All right, folks, how's it going? This is Brian, aka Uncle B, and I've missed doing this. We haven't had a live show in a good long while, and we're about to change that up because now we're doing the live show and we're actually taking calls. And for those who don't know, my name is Brian, aka Uncle B, the men's performance coach with Goodwood, and for the past 25 years, I've been helping guys get their sexual health together. And the issue has always been that whenever I talk to guys about their issues, the things that they need to get resolved, it's just been one on one. I'm just talking directly to them, and other people aren't hearing. It's a great way to get information about what you need to do in order to get your sexual health up, to get yourself even better. And in order to do that, you need to hear from other people, especially, when I'm talking to older guys, and the older guys have so much, experience. And so they can tell you things to look out for. And once you know what to look out for with your sexual health, with your sexual performance, you can avoid issues. And just listening to other guys, you can hear what to make sure you don't do. And there's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. It's the reason why we've been doing coaching for the past 25 years. It's the reason why we have the challenges, because it is a challenge. As a man, you are dealing with a member of your body that could almost randomly stop working. And, for a lot of people, well, how do I deal with this? What do I do? There hasn't been an outlet for guys to do that. And that's what we're here for right now. Thank you for joining in. If you're on our stream, go ahead and go into the comment section, leave your name and where you're calling from, where you're at right now. Just so we know who we're talking to, because we're going to get into it on a couple of different things. You can give us a call in. The phone number is 410-697-1829. Let me go ahead and stick that up there for you. Because go. Because like I said, having conversations, finding out more, you get to learn stuff. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do it right now for you, just to give you an idea. So for the guys who are first seeing this for the first time, what we typically do, we have the men's performance quiz. This is a quiz that allows you to just fill in some basic information. And once we have that information, we can give you personalized information back. After 25 years of doing this, we understand what you need. So let me just go ahead and give you a quick example. And so right here, we have a gentleman. He's in his 40s. His goal is to improve his erection strength, boost sexual desire, last longer during sex, all the good stuff. It's not taking any medications. He needs to lose some weight. Hasn't had, his morning erections are once in a while. Yeah, that's not good enough. Eating habits, tries to eat healthy most of the time. And he just, we even have more information about this guy because he started noticing his erection issues the last few years. Doesn't work out. He has great sleep, which is a wonderful thing. He's also stressed, but managing it, I can understand. If your score is a 4 out of 10, yes, you're a little bit stressed. And his eating pattern is he eats all the time, doesn't drink alcohol. And so what I do, and what our team here does, we look at this type of information from the quiz, and we're able to give sort of I'm going to say a diagnosis, but we just know what we know. So let's say this was you. When you give us a call and we get a chance to talk, even if you haven't taken the quiz, feel free to give us a call. We'll walk you through this whole process. So just looking at his age and just everything, the general information we have about him right now, this is what I would have to say to him. Some things are obvious because he needs to lose weight. That is a huge issue. He tries to eat healthy all of the time, but the big thing obviously is he's not working out, and he's more or less doing what he wants to do. And that could be a problem. I can tell you this, guys, as you get older, this is a truth. As you get older, you have to take care of your body more. You have to pay more attention. When you're young, you got that elasticity to your body. Things will come back to you. You get an injury, you pop back. As you get older, as you know, it takes longer. And what you need to do is really know exactly what you need to do in order to get the right remedy. And it's really about working out your pattern. So what we do when we're talking to guys about their sexual health, about their erection issues, for a guy who's 4 out of 10 at the age of 40, you're young enough that you can make a comeback, but you have to dial it in pretty quickly because at a 4 out of 10, oh, for the guys who don't know, our sexual performance scale is a scale of 1 to 10. 10 means everything works. 1 means you need to go to the hospital. 5, 6, 7, it means you're unreliable. So he's on the ED side of things. Erectile dysfunction. Things aren't working the way that they're supposed to. And so you're going to have issues, obviously, when you don't have things working the way it's supposed to. So let's see here. Hey, Peter. Good to see you there, sir. Don Cooley. Oh, my man. Aging gracefully. Yes. Yes, I love it. Oh, man. Guys, I haven't seen y'all in a good while. You ordered some Goodwood but didn't get it. We'll have to take care of that. Make sure you on our website at givegoodwood.com. Make sure you go there and just leave us a message. We got the message center right there at the bottom right hand side, and so we can make sure our customer service team gets that taken care of for you. Yes, we send out a lot of bottles and things happen. Unfortunately, can't get it perfect all the time, but yeah. If you have any questions, go ahead and give me a call. I do want to go ahead and give you a preview of a video that's coming out. And this is really important because a lot of guys are worldwide for my entire lifetime, your grandfather's entire lifetime, have been doing something that's not really good. And that's just right here. We're talking about using mouthwash. Yes, Listerine. Listerine is they got some issues they gotta answer for, basically, because when it comes down to it, they have, well, let's just go ahead and get into it, because what I'm going to break down for you is everything we have here, the mouthwash origin story, how we got to this place to begin with. It's basically a chemical cocktail in your mouth. It destroys key health functions. It wreaks hormonal havoc, and your performance drops. And everything that I'm talking to you about is true, is science backed, but we're also going to give you some alternatives, which is really important because, well, yeah, you don't want to mess around and get messed up. So let's get into it even further, because basically Listerine doesn't like you. Basically, we're going to show you that swishing that masculinity, that swishing around that toxic goop, the minty toxic goop, is flushing out your masculinity. This is backed up by lawsuits. There is a lawsuit against Johnson and Johnson, I believe, and yeah, because they've known about this for a while, and the science backs this up. Regardless of how the lawsuit ends up, the science backs it up. It's not just messing with your mouth, but it's messing with your mojo. So Listerine came out in 1879 as a surgical disinfectant. It was used for gonorrhea and floor cleaning. So basically, these people trying to sell this to whoever and whenever. And by the way, the person that came up with it, actually, no, the person it was named after was Dr. Lister. One of his pupils, I guess you would say, Dr. Lister came up with the whole concept of germs. He was basically a germaphobe. And they came up with a formula. They named it after Dr. Lister, and then they just went crazy with it because it went from gonorrhea and floor cleaning to halitosis. Yeah, halitosis. They basically were saying to guys, hey, look, your woman's not going to kiss you if your breast's stinking, which is true. But halitosis wasn't a thing. They actually invented that term, and it worked because their sales went up by 7,000%. Yeah, 7,000%, because they were talking about how it would affect you. So it's 26% alcohol. So this is stronger than beer, stronger than wine. It has menthol, thymol, eucalyptol, methyl. I'm not great with my scientific words here, But basically, it's a whole bunch of chemicals in there, and it's good at killing bacteria, good bacteria, along with the bad bacteria, and that's the problem, um, because there's beneficial bacteria that's in your mouth. Basically, your body has a ton of bacteria inside your guts, a ton of bacteria. Your gut microbiome actually starts at your mouth, so the food that you put in your mouth starts breaking down immediately, and so that's already in your gut. Hmm. Yeah, I like that, Ty. Uh, Cloves work better for breath. The medical field seems to be killing the natural order. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is very true, sir. Um, and actually, this because it's wiping out the good bacteria, opens the door for harmful bacteria, and all of this is linked to cancer-causing strains. Um, so there's an actual process to this where your blood flow and your erections, it's all tied in. So when you have nitrates in your body, that's nitric oxide, it equals healthy blood flow. Mouthwash kills nitrate converting bacteria, and it leads to poor circulation, weak erections, etc. None of this is great at all. Um, and in fact, there's clinical red flags. We're talking about NIH study. It lowers your blood pressure. I mean, think about that. When you wake up first thing in the morning, you're putting something in your mouth that's cleaning clearing out your good bacteria, is raising your blood pressure, is lowering your nitric oxide, and long-term erectile dysfunction risk is there. And yeah, you skip whether or not you're fresh, you're being chemically castrated. It's not a good look. And you have to think about this: for mouthwash users, 49% more likely become diabetic. And there's another reason for that. And let me just hop into this really quick. What you eat the first thing in the morning, what you eat sets up your body for the rest of the day. So if you eat sugar first thing in the morning, your body is thinking like, oh, okay, well, we just need to go get some more sugar. It's using its reptilian brain, and it's going back and thinking, hey, I don't know where this food is going to show up again. So I eat the food that's right there in front of you. That's how this works. And when you're doing that, if you're taking Listerine first thing in the morning, you're taking out the nitric oxide in your mouth. And then if you're getting the flavored kind, even a non-flavored kind, but you're getting the flavored kind, especially with that minty, you're swishing around both the toothpaste, which is sugary, and the Listerine, which is sugary, and it sets your body up for like wanting more sugar after that. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Don makes that point. Toothpaste, most folk use are just as bad too. Absolutely. Did a video on that as well. And that's because one, fluoride and triclosan. We are familiar with fluoride, but it's a testosterone killer. Plain and simple. It messes with your insulin, your thyroid, your fertility. All of these are not good looks. These are not good looks. Quick shout out to everybody who just joined us here on the show. My name is Brian, aka Uncle B. We are here talking about diabetes and hormones and everything else that is affected by your mouthwash. Yes, yes. And if you would like to call in, we do have we're ready to take your call at any time because we want to help you out today. But let's keep this moving. So what are you going to do instead of just using regular I don't know, the regular toothpaste, regular mouthwash? With the mouthwash, you can use salt and a baking soda rinse. Uh-huh. You want to make sure you're not using iodized salt. Use sea salt. Aloe vera or essential oils. We're talking about tea tree oils, things like that. Those are good, natural. There's oil pulling, hydration, and leafy greens. Basically, your mouth has its own biome. And the healthier your mouth is, the better everything else is going to be. So these are just different techniques: scraping your tongue, flossing, and of course chewing gum, not the bad gum. Uh huh. Christopher, using that Arm and Hammer toothpaste. Yes, yes, I use that as well. And there's some other brands out there that are natural. And let me see. Each toothpaste has a color strip at the bottom of it: red, black, blue, yellow, and green. Hmm. Actually, yeah, I've heard something about that, how they color coordinate that. I forget the entire thing, but Thanks for bringing that up. So yeah, these folks know what's going on when it comes to not only when it comes to this Listerine, but also to the toothpaste and then just about everything else. So we have to be better. Hmm. Yeah. So here's some things to do if you want to make sure you're not getting stuck on this. Do a 30-day mouthwash detox. This is easy. This is easy. This is an easy win. All you have to do just swap out with what I talked about earlier. Just go ahead and get the salt and baking soda rinse, aloe vera, other essential oils. We don't have the full ingredient list here, but you have alternatives that are already in the store. This is one of those things you need to read the ingredients for real, for real. But of course, the more natural you are, the better it is. Because this actually does work. People have come back saying they have better injuries, stronger performance, backed by user testimonials. And as I mentioned before, one of the things, especially for my guys who have issues losing weight, if you're putting sugar into your mouth first thing in the morning, you have set yourself up for failure because it becomes increasingly harder to stay away from sugar, carbs, all the things you're supposed to stay away from. And of course, get her done. Just get the work in, guys. Stop the mouthwash for 30 days. Try the natural alternatives, and share this. Help a brother out, because there's a lot of people who do not know this information. Listerine is in courts right now. It should be very interesting to see what happens to the future, because yeah, they've done some damage to folks. They've done some serious damage. So we want to make sure that you don't have any issues yourself. So yeah. So of course, we're looking for you to give us a call. If you're having any issues, having problems, go ahead and hit us in the comment section so we can get that taken care of. This is our first time doing with the live. We know one of the reasons why we did it with a phone number is because guys just don't want all that information out there. We understand that completely, but at the same time, we want to make sure we have these conversations. So if you have any questions, though, go ahead, hit me up in the comment section. This is the way we do it. Yeah, and this is the reason why I like doing this show, because we got some intelligent people here. The green color means it's the most natural toothpaste. Okay, all right, Don. The black and red strips are the heavy chemical toothpaste. Wow. That I had heard of, had forgot that was years ago that I heard about that. But there are so many different products out there that are just readily available for us that cause actual issues, and we need to know about all of them. We're talking about all the way down to when you go to get your receipts. Whenever somebody, typically I try not to get a receipt because it's going to show up on my bank statement. I can pull it up on my phone in less than 5 minutes. So I don't take receipts from people because the receipts on there, they have toxins that are going to mess with your endocrine system. They're going to mess with your hormones. So we're talking about everything from the time that you wake up. We talked before about how breakfast can be killing you because we have that cereal first thing in the morning. We're going to be talking some more about sugar. We did a video recently about sugar, but sugar is actually even worse than I thought, because we have people talking about how it's harder to get this. It's addicting. It's addicting and it's readily available. So we don't talk about it in that way. And this is really important for guys to understand as you get older. One of the most important things about your body is your flexibility. And so what happens with men, women, humans, as they get older, they get stiff. And what's the stiffest you can get? Is dead. So you're trying to avoid stiffness at all cost. And it's called glycation. And so basically, as you're consuming all of this sugar, think of a turkey being basted. As it goes from whatever the white, yellowish color and is being cooked, it starts going brown. That's called glycation. And that's what's happening inside of our bodies. Basically, we're cooking ourselves, especially if we're adding sugar. And so if you're looking at a baby's tendons, their tendons are going to be white. If you look at an old person's tendons, their tendons are going to be brown. That's that glycation. So the older you're getting, the more sugar you're adding to your system, it's your body is cooking that sugar, and basically you're getting stuck, you're getting stiffer. And I see that with my own pops. It's it's teaching me a lesson in terms of the things that you need to do. So very important that you understand all of that. Hey Don, the entire Colgate and Arm & Hammer toothpaste are heavily chemicalized. They all carry the red or black strips. Wow. Yep. uh Better Biome tablet toothpaste. Not familiar with that one. Okay, not familiar with that one. But yes, for those who just joined, this is Brian, aka Uncle B, the men's performance coach with Goodwood. This is Goodwood You, and this is what we do. We talk about men's sexual health, a topic that unfortunately we don't have enough conversations about. Whenever I talk to guys, it's we get into the it's a relational aspect to it as well, because a lot of times we don't talk about the fact that, hey, if you're not functioning correctly, it can mess with your family. It could mess with future relationships, current relationships, things of that nature. And we have 50% of men over 50 have erection issues. So this is way too common. We don't talk about it enough. So, but yeah, if you would like to call in, of course, go ahead and give us a hit up. If you would like to have a question answered, just go ahead and put that into the comment section. Put your questions into the chat. All right. But in the meantime, in between time, just want to let you know a couple of interesting things. One, we have the men's performance quiz. We've updated it. If you have not taken the quiz recently, go ahead and take it. Go ahead and look at my videos. It's under all of the videos. Should be under this video as well. But the reason for taking this quiz now is because we've updated it, and you will get 25 days of personalized emails coming back to you, an email every day. That's just going to remind you. It's just a quick reminder, just a quick thought process that you need. And what it does, it allows you to stack wins on top of wins. So, depending on if you have issues with your sleep, it'll give suggestions for your sleep. If you have, you're not working out enough, it'll give you some quick suggestions on how to move. It is really powerful. We have guys who are truly engaging in this, and it's making a difference. One of the things about just sending somebody an email or creating a course, before it was not personalized, it was general. Now I'm able to be specific with it, and we want to make sure we get your information so we can give you the exact cure, the exact remedy that you need. So go ahead and take that. And of course, that's what we're here for on the back end. If you're taking the quiz, you can give us a call. We also have our coaching time. So you'll get information on how you can book a session with me to get some coaching in. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So we're coming up on a half an hour. We haven't had a call in. Disappointed about that, but this is something we want to keep on going with because we know that it is necessary. Appreciate everybody who came on this call. If you do not have any questions, we're going to go ahead and close out at this time. But remember, we're going to be doing this from now on Thursday. So yes, I'm back with the live, and we're going to be doing a bunch of different things to, just make sure we give you the information that you need. That's what it comes down to. Get the information and give you all the emphasis, the so that you can actually get into it, use the information, and you don't have those issues anymore, those sexual health issues anymore. So there we go. All right, guys. Look forward to talking to you next Thursday. Good seeing you again, Don. Good seeing you again, Ty, Peter, all of you guys. Christopher, appreciate the love, fellas. Y'all go ahead and have a great day. Go to sleep on time. All right. All right now. I'll talk to you soon.